Hello, I'm Philip Stoughton. I'm at SMT in Nuremberg, and I'm joined by Andrew Clarke from AIM. Andrew, thanks very much for joining me. Let's start briefly by talking about what's going on in the international markets, here in Germany, but elsewhere for AIM Solder.
Sure. In Germany, we have a particular situation where the German economy is still going very strongly, and our marketing, our sales are going well here in Germany. There are other markets in Europe where certainly equipment sales are beginning to slow down considerably. Consumable materials are still holding up, but if people will in the future start to shut down some lines, then that would affect us. But at this moment, we're not seeing any reduction in our sales within the European region.
Okay.
That's partly because we are maintaining our customer base, but also we have growth in the market where we're taking new accounts.
Okay.
And we have a lot of new accounts being qualified at the moment, mainly because of some of the new high technology materials that we're bringing to the marketplace.
Okay, and specifically if we drill down a little bit in the German market, I've visited a lot of the German contract manufacturers here, and they just seem better invested, better engineered than their other European competitors. They seem to have kind of stuck to a plan a bit more than a lot of other people have. Is that something you recognise?
Well, there's that, certainly. Also, they keep in-house their commitment to quality. So they'll run much more in-depth tests. They'll want to see real results before they proceed. And maybe they find out that some of the older technology materials don't meet some of the new demands of themselves and their industry.
Okay. So in Europe, you're winning more market share. Are you growing globally as well on the North America, Asia?
Yes, North America. Mexico is a huge success for us, which is part of that NAFTA area. And Mexico, we have a big commitment to in the way of a production manufacturing facility. We've outgrown it, and we're just building another one.
Fabulous.
AIM is a Canadian company. Our headquarters are in Montreal, and we have just completed an expansion project in Montreal, more land and more building. So our 60,000 square meter facility, which is pretty big, is great. We've expanded our Rhode Island, USA facility for specialty metals, indium-based alloys, high, low melting points, maybe specials for aerospace, that sort of thing. Mexico is more of the standard soldering materials, but big volumes, and we're in Juarez, Mexico, and we've been there for many, many years.
Yeah.
But now we're getting even bigger.
Yeah. What about South America? What's happening in Brazil? I was hearing of a trade zone down in Argentina as well.
Yes, there are areas of expansion there. Brazil's doing great. We have a blending operation in Sao Paulo, and more will follow on that. In Europe, we have two manufacturing facilities, one in Spain, one in Italy, but we're having a new AIM facility being built in Eastern Europe, and this will address our needs to be able to supply into Russia, Ukraine, Eastern Europe, and up into the Scandinavian market, where we're all successful there already, but this will just give us a better edge. In China, we have AIM City, which is huge development. It's been there now for 7-8 years. But the expansion there we're seeing is in terms of technical support staff.
Right.
And we're putting in many more technical support staff to cover China, but also places like India, where we have AIM Bangalore starting, and we have good tech support there, and also in the Philippines.
Yeah, and tech support in your business is essential, isn't it? We look at Asia particularly, they don't just want to buy product, they want to buy a solution from you, and they want to be shown how to optimize that solution within their facility.
This is true. What you pay for a jar of solder paste is not what's in it.
No.
It is what's in it, but it's also everything you bring to the party. So companies often have engineers, process engineers, but who cover quite a number of functions. And they ask us to come in, optimize the process, and then give an opinion on how they would be best to run from a soldering materials point of view. We had recently a big customer here in Germany, and they do work for the top brands of automotive companies. They had some circuit boards and they had some problems.
Right.
They called us in and they said, this is not a solder paste issue,
Right.
but we begin to lean on AIM
Yeah.
as our extra technology support.
Yeah.
So samples of the boards were sent to our technology center in Rhode Island under Carl Seelig, our VP of Technology. Came back with a detailed report. That's very interesting because it's identified different suppliers of circuit boards.
Right.
We can now see that it's actually a matter of the supply company rather and solve their problem.
Yeah.
But we were there to actually give them the information that they needed.
So it was the surface treatment or something at the bare bore facility that was causing the issue, and you as an embedded expert within the organisation we were able to help them solve it. That's fantastic. The last question I want to ask is, AIM is always associated with bringing new products to the market, innovation. What's new now? What's coming up the remainder of this year?
Well, it's true. AIM is known for innovation. We were the first company in the world to bring a SAC alloy to the electronics assembly market. Previously, there have been things like tin silver, which is rather high temperature, but AIM cast-in alloy was developed by Carl Seelig in the early 1990s, and it actually solved a technical problem for the user. At those days, we didn't have a legal problem with lead.
Right.
Now, come much more up to date. What are we doing? We have our highly successful new AIM NC258 solder paste, which is available lead-free and tin lead, and that's developed to give the customers an answer to the problems they've been experiencing.
Right.
Voiding in joints, head in pillow under bald and bump devices, longer and longer printing times. This material is the answer to these needs.
Okay.
We also have new fluxes. So AIM 265LR, it's a ultra low residue flux, which everybody wants. But interestingly, it's been developed to reduce the wetting time of no lead and no silver and low silver lead-free alloys.
Okay.
Because traditionally they wet a little bit slower, and this speeds up the wetting process.
Okay.
We have a sister product which is 265, and that's made for selective soldering, and that's becoming quite a big part of our industry. We have new rework products that become deactivated under ambient temperatures. These are reflow flux gels and reflow fluxes. Traditionally, you needed the heat of soldering to deactivate the product. Now, you put a little bit of flux on a circuit board, first thing it does, it runs. Maybe it doesn't all see the heat of soldering, and people are aware of that. So one that naturally deactivates in ambient temperature is very important. It's been successful here in Germany too.
Absolutely. And it's interesting you add those two together, the desire for people to call on you as a technical expert and the new products. That's a nice feedback loop that is, I guess, as well as solving their problem, you're able to see what they're doing, look to the future, see what the next challenge is going to be, and hopefully stay ahead of the game.
That's it. Unfortunately, the management of the company keeps investing in research and development, and we need to do it. We are a technology-based company.
Yeah. Well, Andrew, thanks very much for coming to talk to me. I hope the show's
successful
for you, and I hope we can speak again soon. Thank you.